Howdy peeps, and welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, just welcome, and I hope to see you again. Today I'd like to talk about cleanup crew. What is a good cleanup crew? What helps with your tank? What doesn't? Now, either depends which way I upload these, but I've also done a video on snails, so you might want to check both of them out before you make or come to your own decisions. So what is generally classed as a cleanup crew? Well, it's usually a fish or a snail, maybe a shrimp, that you add to a tank to eat something you don't want in the tank. For example, algae or snails, they're generally the two. Now, different things like to eat different things, so loaches will eat snails but they won't eat algae. Platies will eat hair algae but they won't touch green spot algae or blackbeard algae. Otocinclus will eat the brown diatom algae but they won't eat the other algae. Plecos, bristlenose, common, whichever, they eat the green spot algae that grows on the leaves and on the glass. Snails, they'll eat green spot, they'll eat hair algae. No, so we're getting through the list, we're getting pretty much everything covered. Blackbeard algae, you are pretty much or kind of sunk in that. I think it's only the Siamese algae eaters, when they're young, will eat it. And I think paradise fish as well. Now that's great. You add some of all them to a tank and you won't have any algae or any snail problems. Apart from the fact that the loach might eat the snails. Minor. So, problem solved, you think? Well, not really, because you've just added a whole heap of bioload to the tank, which may not be the bioload you want in the tank. So, for example, this is hopefully, well, they've tried it in the past, but a ram breeding tank. So what do we have in here? Well, we have a pair of rams, we have 4 odd celestial pearl danios, that's kind of dither fish, something to give the rams to chase off when they do lay eggs and to protect their fry from. And in common with all my tanks, we have some nerite snails. Why? Because I love nerite snails and they do a bang up job of keeping the glass clean, well, on the inside anyway. So is this tank algae free? No, it has a bit of kind of a blackbeard algae thing going on. It's not real, it's kind of more brown hair algae, easy enough to get rid of by hand. And everything's balanced, happy, healthy, and getting on. One of the best ways to get rid of algae is to add more plants, or live plants that is, because they will take up the nutrients that the algae is using to grow. So in essence, plants, in addition to being pretty, a filter, they're also cleanup crew. Floating, if you've got fish that you can't really have plants with, or you don't like having live plants in the tank, you can always go with a floating plant like a salvinia or frog bit, or the one that is kind of love or hate, duckweed. And again, the floating plants, being as they have their leaves in atmospheric, well, air, let's go with that way, they have access to a lot more carbon dioxide, so they can draw up nutrients out of the water quicker, photosynthesize them and turn them into growth. And then once a week or whatever, when you're doing your water changes, you just pull a fistful or two of it out and it will regrow and fill the tank up again. Now there is one cleanup crew that is far superior to any other cleanup crew, right? It'll get rid of the poop in the aquarium. It'll clean the gravel. It'll take out the algae. It'll dispose of any little corpses you've got in there. And you know what that is? That's you. Yes, it's that simple. The best clean-up crew for your aquarium is you as the aquarium owner. That simple. Let that sink in a little. And you know, as John Hudson from KG Tropicals, I haven't heard him say it lately, but one of his favourite sayings was, do your job. If you keep on top of these things, it doesn't take long. Might add an extra couple of minutes to your water change, or if you're changing water with buckets like I do, or with a python or whatever, as you're draining the water, get your hand in there, get wet, pull some algae out, scrub the glass, clean your filters, gravel vac if you want to. That is the perfect cleanup crew right there, because it adds no bio load to the tank, doesn't add any after effects, because anything that eats algae or something is going to poop out the results and raise your nitrate levels and blah blah blah, hence raising the bio load. And the more you're in touch with what is going on in your tank, the more you can detect if something's changed or starting to go wrong. It's one thing to drop a pinch of food in there once or twice a day, or however many times you prefer to feed, or to have a little look and watch your fishes for a bit. You cannot be actual hands-on doing with the tank. So there we go. Another relatively short one for me. I could probably ramble quite a long while, but I think I've probably got the point across. So yes, you can get a clean-up crew, but the best one you can get, you already have. So there we go. Enjoy your fish keeping. Peace out. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good jazz. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. And bye bye from the Rammies.